6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Kelly Bates.
Hi, good evening and welcome back. We are finding raindrops on the cameras. We're overlooking the capital city. There is the Capitol all lit up in the holiday colors. But yeah, these raindrops are not the meat of the system that we are expecting. The real storm has yet to arrive. Just a quick preview of what you can expect from the storm system. Extensive street flooding, particularly during the time of the morning commute. By the time we get to those early morning hours, many areas will already have seen an inch of rain, and we will get into the meat of the heavy stuff at the same time. So that's why extensive street flooding will definitely make a slow, possibly messy early commute. Scattered power outages are once again on the menu because we are expecting wind gusts of 35 to 55 miles per hour. The higher ones will be along coastal areas. And speaking of the coast, during the time of high tide, we have a better chance of seeing higher flooding, moderate flooding, which is 1 to 2 feet along the coastal regions during high tide, which is right around noon. And river and stream flooding is going to be more of a threat this time around because those rivers haven't gone to the point, they haven't dropped to the point from before the last system that went through. So it's going to be easy to turn them around and bring them right back up. Our current temperatures are on the warm side, and they're going to stay that way as we go through the overnight, ensuring that this stays a rain event and not a wintry event, even though here we are well in the month of December. Winds are generally pretty light too. We're already starting to see a couple of gusts, mainly out by the Cape and the islands, but those are the areas that have the best potential of seeing more than 60-mile-per-hour gusts. What we're dealing with right now is the first push of precipitation. It's, again, not the meat of the storm. I'll show it to you in a second. But before we leave this graphic, I wanted to show you it does have these yellows and oranges embedded in here. Those are the areas of steadier and heavier, more intense precipitation. As we zoom out and we put all of the radar on, this is the meat of the storm, and this will be here during the morning commute. Not only that, but this area of low pressure riding along this cold front towards southern New England, has the potential of giving us thunderstorms too. So we could see even locally heavy areas of rain should we happen to produce any of those storms. So jumping ahead of time, this is just after midnight. We'll start to get into the meat of this system. It will be with us during the time of the early commute. No doubt going to make a very slow deal tomorrow morning. Once we get into the afternoon, we'll be on the back edge of it, dealing with the last of the precipitation. So it is going to be pretty much a day-long deal, and we don't really get into any clearing until tomorrow. And it's not even a full day of clearing. We still have a chance of showers tomorrow, too. So here's what to expect. A messy morning commute, 1 to 2 inches of rain with locally higher amounts. The possibility of gusts of 40 to 55 miles per hour, even higher along coastal areas, and coastal areas looking at the potential of flooding around noontime. So by the time we get to the early commute, as I mentioned, many areas will already have an inch plus already on the ground. And then we bring in the heavy stuff that will be with us too. So by the time we get to the end of the day, many areas will see 2+ inches of rain, possibly even more than 3 as we look towards Western Mass and the Hartford area. So we do have a flood warning in effect for the area shaded in the darker green here. That's for heavy rainfall. We also again have the potential of those wicked high wind gusts along the coast, and we do have a high wind warning that has been expanded across all of our corner of southern New England as a result. Now we also are bringing in addition to the heavy rain, we're also bringing in this element of coastal flooding. Again, minor to moderate coastal flooding of 1 to 2 feet of inundation is expected in the area shaded in green. So our storm checklist, we've got a lot to do, and if you haven't done these so far, maybe charge anything that needs to be charged. That's about what you can do right about now, and plan for a messy commute. If you can remote in, that would be the day to do it. Anyway, for tonight, rain, chance of a thunderstorm. We're increasing the winds through the course of the overnight. Chance of a thunderstorm for tomorrow as well. Very windy with a high of 62. Fun fact, if we hit the 62, that breaks the record high of 60 that was set back in 1984. Now to see how things went out on the gridiron.